Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the fan cams, the round 11 fan cams. Therapy yet again. Here we go. It was a disappointing fourth quarter after it looked like it was game on, but we ain't good enough at the moment. It's 11 goals, 12, 78 to 15 goals, 10, 100. We are live very much straight after the game at the moment. So the emotions are obviously very high, very heightened. Just want to take this time to welcome anyone who's never been to a fan cam session before. Welcome. Going to get everyone on who wants to come and have a chat about the game and share their thoughts. Very much like talkback radio, but for the 21st century. And, we have to be very mindful of what we say tonight. Nothing personal. You know the rules. Nothing personal, nothing racial, nothing sexist. Purely about the performance. Be critical because critique is important. The supporters deserve better. We were disappointed today by the team. And, that's all I'll say. But other than that, everyone here does a pretty good job of keeping it real, and we'll see how we go. I'm going to stop talking and bring on. I'm going to put the link in the comments shortly, so please wait for that. In the meantime, I'm going to get a few people on at the moment. Here we go. Michael.
Hey, Tez.
So you're at the game. You're there right now.
Yeah, we're just leaving the ground. Me and Paul.
What happened?
He's over here. And just another bunch of weakless performance in that last quarter. Paul said it perfectly just now. The last person that you're speaking to is Teague at the three-quarter time bounce. Sorry, guys. Sorry, there's a whole bunch of people around here. The last person you're going out and then you dish up that in the last quarter. No guts, no balls. I don't understand how you can justify the selection with some of these players. Casbolt coming in, Martin didn't have any.
Again.
He's saying
can't play again, ever.
That's enough.
Never again.
Martin coming into that team with no block of form under his belt. He clearly wasn't right, and we played him off no patch of VFL form. No, there was no right for him to come into that team. There was no run and carry. We played with 5 talls, and we just looked slow. And as soon as the ball hit the ground, there was no options. You know, it's easy to come on here and critique about certain players. It's going to be easy to do that. But structurally, deplorable. Absolutely deplorable. Yeah. Very, very disappointing.
You guys were at the game. What happened in the fourth? Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest, happened.
I had no idea. I thought we were in it all game. I thought we were in all game purely and simply just because we were at the contest. The contest that we were matching the contest. And I thought we were at least staying with them and competing well enough. As soon as that as soon as the fourth quarter started, it's like they just forgot. It was like, the game's ready, it's there, take the opportunity, and they didn't take it. They didn't. We've got a lot of passengers in this team, a lot of passengers. I'm actually going to one individual. If I hear someone defend Matthew Cottrell tonight, you got no idea about football. You can't be playing a wing, not play on a man the whole game and have 10 touches. And then the selection behind Murphy being a sub, he came on for a quarter and had 6 touches. How can you drop Murphy? How? What's Murphy done to get dropped? I'm just really, really, really... I actually think we lost the game with the selection panel almost. Would you agree?
I thought the Casbolt... What's that?
I'm going to give it to Paul for a second because I've lost my fucking breath.
All right.
Go for it.
Terry, you got me?
I've got you, mate. Loud and clear.
Hold on. We're just going to stop so it's a little bit quiet. Here we go. How's that? You got me loud and clear?
I can hear you. You're a bit dark, but that's okay.
Okay. Well, when you go and play 5 talls, right, and only one of them really has an influence, and then we get absolutely slaughtered run and carry in the last quarter. I mean, what does that come down to? It's selection panel, isn't it? It's game style, it's gameplay. This solely rests on the coaches, this one. I know the players aren't good enough, but I'll tell you what, our defensive coaches and our line coaches in the back line, I would not be upset if they were sacked tonight and put on the first plane back to Melbourne with me tomorrow morning, mate.
Well, this is the thing, Paolo. My argument has been the players are good enough, but that's why I think the coaches are being asked questions of. They're not coached,
mate.
you know?
Mate, seriously. We are laughable on the field. We are absolutely laughable on the field. How many times did you count today that Sydney were just able to walk it from the back line without a Carlton player touching them and get it all the way to their goal square and kick a goal unimpeded?
Isaac Heaney wouldn't have fucking got COVID in hotel quarantine tonight. He was nowhere near a man. Nowhere near a man. You should have been on his ass. He should have been contracting HIVs, that boy. We should have been up his ass. No one went to him. No one.
Can someone
Saad defensively is just, he doesn't know what to do.
Can someone explain to me how no one in that coaches panel identified Heaney as their biggest link through midfield forward? Like, how did no one identify that and shut him down?
Too focused on Buddy.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay, Buddy, but you've got to stop the ball getting in there.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
It's just an absolute disaster. And the Swans now, they're ahead of us. They're ahead of us.
Well and truly.
Essendon are ahead of us. Essendon went over last night and did what they did, and look what we've dished up. What have we dished up? What do we give our supporters to sit there and say, shit, we're going all right. Crap, we can hold on to this. The only thing that we've got at the moment is a bloke who's 7 foot tall. And he's the only hope we've got, him and our captain and our young little kid. Walshy.
Now,
apart from that, we don't play like a team. This is not a team.
Now, I want to just make mention of this as well, right? You know what? I'm starting to get sick and tired about people having a red hard opinion on certain players that shouldn't play again, or they're not good enough, or they're not up to it by saying, geez, we can't be too harsh on them, blah blah blah. No. Worry about their feelings, mate. I am done with that, mate. This is the problem with this club. The problem with this club, on and off the field, is that they're too worried about fucking people's feelings. You see it in all these stupid bloody things that they do off the field, mate. They put money into all these stupid departments and they haven't put money into the football club. Worry about the football club. Don't worry about the sentiment of others, mate. This is our problem. Our problem is we've become just feeble and meek on the football field, and you saw it today in that last quarter. And I said to Michael walking outside of the ground tonight, the last person that they spoke to at that three-quarter time huddle was David Teague, right? And what was the response after three-quarter time? Dog shit, rubbish, crap. You know, people are going to say, but you can't say that, you can't say this. No, say what you want about him, mate. Don't abuse him, whatever, okay? But that last quarter was disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful, mate. I'm never this upset after a loss, but today was just everything went wrong.
It's like we just sheltered up the shop. It's like we shut up the shop, bang, closed, done. We're finished. We were down by 3 points at three-quarter time. We had these bastards on the rope at stage.
I thought we had them. I thought we had them right when we wanted them.
Like you said, at the end of the game, it's happened again.
Oh.
And it has. And how many more times can we sit here and rhetorically repeat ourselves of shit? You know, I feel like I'm an idiot because I'm doing the same thing over and over again.
Mate,
Jesus Christ.
And don't question Andrew Russell now. Oh, no, we can't do that.
Martin comes in, no patch of form.
Don't question any of them, Terry. Don't question coaches. Don't question assistant coaches. Don't question a health and guru fitness who's being paid $500,000 a year. Another soft tissue injury. We can't run out of game. We've got no run and carry at critical stages of that last quarter. Mate.
Selection.
Seriously.
I just can't get over the selection, Terry. I can't get over it. We spoke last night about Murphy. I can't believe he got dropped. My brain is fried. And we how does Cottrell get a game? I just can't. I'm actually getting angry. He had 10 touches. He didn't play on a fucking man.
I know. I know, boys. I know.
Thank you.
They're all angry.
There you go. We're all angry. All these cunt supporters are angry here.
When is it going to end?
Come on, brother.
Terry, when is it going to end? When are we going to wake up as a football club? You know, they're all patting themselves on the back after conceding goals. Oh, it's okay, you know. Oh, we're 4-7 and blah, blah, blah. And, you know. I mean, it's just...
4-7.
Sydney have done in one and a half years what we haven't done in 6 years.
We were right there with them last year.
I'll ask everyone out there, right? Coaches, fans, players, members, people on this channel. What's the excuse tonight?
Yeah. What would be the excuse
What
tonight?
is the excuse tonight?
If we asked him tonight about the inclusions, what would be his answer? I just want a plain answer. Why did you bring Casbolt and Martin in? Why? Just give me a plain fucking answer. That's all I want. If you give me an answer and it's right, I'll sit here and I'll shut the fuck up and I probably won't have an opinion again. I know I'm right. Both of them shouldn't have been put in. Both of them.
Yeah.
Simple.
It's tough, boys. It's tough.
I've got anxiety and I don't want to put my blood pressure too high.
That's what I want to leave it with. What is the excuse tonight?
Yeah. No, well said. Set the tone for the rest of the show.
That's it.
Good on you for making the trip, and we'll.
I'll see you tomorrow. Jump a punch. There you go. I'll probably cop a bit of flack for what I said earlier. Apparently, you're not allowed to say a few things, but anyway, stuff it.
Good on you, mate. Have a good one.
See you, boys. See ya.
It's tough. Ugur Koken says, playing 3 rucks. Just play TDK. We also have Benjamin Tebut, who has donated $5. Thanks very much. All right, let's move on, guys. Rocco. Can't hear you, bro. You got yourself on mute. I'll come back to you. Lek Doggedy.
Tez, how are you?
Mate, I'm all right.
Yeah, I'm all right. Sorry, I smile too much on fan cams when we lose, but that's just who I am. I'm happy to be here and happy to be talking to you. So,
happy to have you,
look, Tez, I had a bit of a bingo card. You know, I think we all do as Carlton supporters, and it's not a positive bingo card. So on there's red time goals. I think we gave up about 7. 4-goal runs. We gave away 2 of those this week. Pick an average player out each week and make them into a star. Harry Cunningham averages 4.5 marks and 15 disposals a game. Tonight we gave him 10 marks and 27 disposals. We just kicked it to him every single opportunity we had. Pick Levi Casbolt no matter what. He had 6 disposals, 3 marks and a tackle. Came in to play defensive role and then was switched forward because he was ineffectual there and kind of just got in the way. Pick underdone players. That's one of my favourites, Tez. We bought in Jack Martin. I know it's an important round for our Indigenous players, but, I mean, have a look at him. He didn't have any pace. He couldn't keep up. He couldn't run out the whole game. I really struggled to watch him. I love him. Paul Ruckcraft, which is a good one. Pitnet, he had a lot of hit-outs once again, but when you have 7 clangers and you've only had 6 disposals, I'm not even sure how that works, but he clearly wasn't that ineffectual, and he got beaten in one ruck contest by Tom Papley. And then no matchups at selection. So, like, surely we knew Heaney and Papley were going to be really good today, Terry. Like, our changes were Casbolt in and Martin in. We didn't bring in anyone to sort of play defence. We kind of tried to throw Doc back after half-time, but I'm not 100% sure what we were thinking. Like, Heaney and Papley were always going to kick like 3 goals each tonight. Can you explain it to me, Tez? Because I just don't know.
I mean, Heaney always is a good matchup, and I understand Plowman's out, so I thought it was even more of an opportunity to bring in out of necessity more than anything, because I don't think Parks and Williamson played relatively well last week in the reserves, but out of the fact that we had now can you make the argument that you couldn't have put Parksy on Heaney? Maybe you could put Willow. I don't know. Obviously, after a loss, it's always worse than what it is. But to be honest, I'm sitting here a little shocked because I don't know about you guys watching it in the audience. I genuinely thought we were in it to our eyeballs at 3/4 time. I didn't see a fall away coming. You know, we were emotionally invested.
No, I turned when Cripps kicked his first goal. I turned to my partner Cassie and I said, "Oh, that's all right. He's kicked it. He's kicked the set shot from just inside 50. We're going to win this game." And I thought that until literally the first bounce of the 4th quarter, and it looked downhill pretty quick from there. It was a tough one to sit through. I get my hopes up, which is always a mistake when we play. And there's still some Gibbons gets injured. That sucks. But I guess now that's going to be an opportunity for someone from the reserves to come in. He probably didn't deserve to be playing this week. So he's now presumably not going to be in contention for the West Coast game. So hopefully we can I mean, I don't even know who's flown up with them, but hopefully we can get someone from the reserves in, maybe a O'Brien who's been playing okay in the reserves. And then I also thought that I know Walsh had a lot of it. I don't think it was his best day at 33 disposals, but I think he struggled to impact. I think the thin ground at the SCG or the smaller ground is going to hurt how effective he is. So that worries me for next week, Tez. But there are some positives. There are still positives. I know it hurts, and I try to be the positive guy, but Eddie Betts' freak goal got me up and about, and I've never been so excited. I was running around the house when he snapped that. That's just beautiful, and he almost did it 2 more times, Terry. Harry Mackay, look, he struggled to convert from those opportunities, but he still had like 10 shots on goal or something for the day. I'm always going to be Harry for him. I'm loving what Nick Newman does to our structure in defence, although clearly it didn't work totally today. And then Cripper hitting the scoreboard is exciting, and I think he was always going to have a big game this week, and I think he's going to back it up next week. Hopefully some other people can come along for the ride with him.
Yeah, well said. I like it. It's a very good summary. You've put a smile on my face.
That's what I try and do, because otherwise we're just going to cry ourselves to sleep every night.
Pretty much, brother. Thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
See you, Ledge. Jad.
Hey, mate. How you going?
I'm all right, brother. How you doing?
I'm sick of the positive spin, mate.
Yeah.
I'm fucking done, mate. I'm done. It's over, okay? It's fucking over, man. I'm not looking for positive spin. Like, I'm not looking at individual. Oh, well, she's huge. Crips is huge. This is fucked, mate. It's not right, man. The whole thing. The number one issue is coaching, and then there's the same, guys that we think are gonna take us somewhere, like Liam Jones, Ed Curnow, Eddie Betts, mate. Betts' job is to kick goals, okay? The goal was good, but fuck me, Eddie. You're a small forward. You're there for forward half pressure. Yeah? That's non-existent. They just walked it out all day. They walked it out, man. They walked it out of our attacking 50. And it's just unbelievable that we're at this level, Terry. It's unbelievable, and it's not acceptable, man. And Essendon have gone past us. They've shot past us, mate. Not in terms of they're going to win a flag before us, but in terms of playing as a fucking team. They're bang on. And here we are playing Jack Martin because it's Indigenous round, and we're a politically correct club. We don't give a shit about winning. As long as Jack Martin plays, as long as Eddie Betts kicks a goal in Indigenous round, that's all that matters to us, apparently. And then, sorry, mate, I don't know where this is going to go because I've fucking had it. And then the camera pans to the coaches, right? They're all just sitting there like they're in a nursing home and knitting a freaking scarf. They're just standing there watching. Nothing's been said. Nothing's been done. Mate, I don't care what people say. Your body language dictates your intentions, mate. And they're just sitting there, look, not a worry in the world. Nothing, mate. Nothing. And then you talk about coaching, man. And we saw it in the Amy series. Like, I remember we spoke about in the Amy series, in stoppages, there is no exit strategy, Terry. And people wonder why we bomb it. We just get the ball and bomb it. It's because whoever wins the ball, mate, he has no runners on either side of him to distribute the ball to. So as soon as he picks it up, because he's got no faith in the structure, because he knows there's no one giving him a fucking option, he just wants to bomb it long. And we did it again. Why are there no runners, mate? It's simple footy. It's not hard.
We seem to we seem to fall into that. When the game gets hot, we seem to fall into that trap. I reckon I saw Doherty stream from halfback to the midfielder. There was about 2 minutes to go, and I found myself saying, where was that run and carry early in the fourth? I think Cottrell had one passage of play where he got the handball, ran on, got it back, kicked it to Harry inside 50. But it was the only one I remember. But I remember them running really well in the first 3 quarters. Are they tired? Are they in their shell? Did the pressure get to them? Are they not fit?
Do you know what I'm starting to think, mate? Do you know what I'm starting to think it is? It's there is no plan B. Teague is we are one style and that's it. And as soon as the pressure comes, and it's happened plus 30 times now, when the pressure comes, the style does not hold up.
Yeah.
That's why you see these fade outs, and that's why you see them not doing anything different, because they don't know any other way, mate. They're not coached anything. They're not coached. Okay, if this doesn't work, this is what we're going to do. And if they are coached it, they're poorly coached it. And when we turn the ball over, when the ball hits the ground in any area of the ground, we are second to it. We are 4 meters behind the man who's picking it up, and it's always the opposition player who's picking it up, and we are meters off him. Sydney have time to fumble it. They have time to pick it up. They have time to change their mind. They have time to decide, oh, no, I'm going to go long instead of short, because there's no pressure, man. And I believe it is all coaching. It is all structure, because there is no structure there, so we can apply the pressure. Most of the talent is there, mate. To me, most of it is there, but we've still got passengers, and I believe most of them are the seniors. I'm never, ever going to sway from that, because I will never, ever trust Liam Jones or Ed Curnow in a prelim. I will never trust them in a big game, okay? But I'll look at what we can change now, and that is the personnel, because this season's gone, man. This season is dead now. We can't change the coaching mid-year. Change the personnel. Please, just change the direction of this team. Change what we're trying to do, mate. Terry, man, I was close to tears today. I tried to cry today. Like, seriously. I can't handle it anymore. It's like this what we have is the only place that we get listened to, because they don't care, man. They for some reason, they think their plans are going to work. It's not working. What are we in, round 11? It's over, Terry. This experiment, the Liam Jones experiment, is over. It's over. It's all done now.
What's the yeah, I get it. We'll continue this. We will continue this conversation, because I think it is a good conversation, because we need to start talking about potentially what's coming through and the future. So I like that you've put it on the agenda. You've actually been one of the first to put it on the agenda. So listen, mate. I feel your emotion. I do. I think we all do, and I'm glad you come here and have a chat about it. I really do.
No, you're a legend, mate. Thanks. Yeah, all right, man. I'll let you go.
I'll speak to you soon.
Love you, mate. Bye-bye.
Love you too, mate. Just goes to show. It means a lot. It does. Toby, my man.
Cheers, how are you, Matt?
Gutted, mate.
So am I. I'm absolutely gutted, Tez. Terry, how hard is it to go and put some bloody effort in? Jesus, Blues. Seriously. I mean, Terry, I know this is one of my first times, but I agree with your previous caller that you just had. Fuck me. What? Like, seriously, the effort is just not there. We just, how many times today in our backline did we let easy goals come through and just go, oh, yeah, we're Carlton. We'll let a player who's got the bloody ball go in for them, and no one puts pressure. No one. I mean, come on, Blues. Seriously, as Victorians, we're sitting here watching it in lockdown, and it makes us feel worse watching that performance. I mean, come on. Seriously, at Blues, Essendon are now in front of us. That makes us, I mean, oh my God. Terry, as a Carlton supporter, I'm getting frustrated by watching some of our performances. When we're good, but when we're bad, we are so bad.
Seems to be a.
I'm sorry.
I was just saying, there seems to be like a limit that we have. Once we get to, I don't know, top 8 teams, top 9 teams, wherever Sydney are going to fall, we just don't have it. And to lose by, 22 points, pretty much in the same sort of fashion as what we've lost all the other games. It's difficult, mate. But Toby, you show up here every week, and that's why we love you, mate.
Oh, Matt, Tez, I seriously feel like crying, Matt. This
Well,
it hurts, Matt. It really hurts. As a young 32-year-old that I am with intellectual disability, this is just. I'm sick of seeing us lose like this. It's just terrible. I mean, and our one of our favourite players, yours and mine, Tez, Murph, comes on as a sub. 5 touches, Matt. 5 touches.
Yeah,
Murph, you're better than that, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
You know it too. Come on, Murph. I'm sorry, Tez, but I had to say it, Matt.
Nah, fair enough, mate. He did play the full game, Murph, so there was that. Let's end it there. We'll chat soon, Toby. You have a good one, mate.
I will, Matt. Thanks, Tez.
See you, brother. Love ya. Reese says, turning to St Kilda, they used to have a good spine in the Lockett era. This club is a fish tank and the water pump is broken. It's a deeper problem. Wayne has sent a super sticker. Thanks very much, Wayne. Let's give Rocco a go and see if he comes back on. Rocco, you there?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear, brother.
Listen, man, I can't do this anymore, man. Like, I've become an alcoholic, man. I can't even go to fucking work anymore because I'm not supposed to drink, so I have to take days off every time I watch Carlton, man. This is ridiculous, man.
We chatted briefly at 3/4 time. I thought we were in it. I really did. Was I seeing things? I thought we were in the game, and
I think with Carlton, it's always you got hope, but do you really believe? See, you always sit there with a little bit of hope, but man, like I never believed it all day. You know, it was always a goal or two away from putting us away, and it's exactly what happened again. And look, the other guys, you know, like touched on this, but this all started with the selection panel. That was ridiculous what they did. Really, we all saw it. You know, we all talked during after the selection. We were all going like, oh, how can we see that? How can we see like 5 tours at the SCG was ever going to work? You know what I mean? It's just ridiculous, man. And I've said it before, man, and I feel sorry for Teague, but I think the job was way too big for him, and you can see it now. It's falling apart right in front of him, and unfortunately, it's going to cost him this year. I don't care what anyone says. They can say whatever they want. Oh, it's only 18 months, whatever. You can't blame the coach. Well, who are we going to blame? We can't blame the coaching panel. We can't blame Russell. We can't blame Casbolt. We can't blame like the other players. Like, who do we blame then? Is it the culture? Like,
it's the club.
It's the whole thing, isn't it?
Club.
But I still say, and I said this last year, that our leaders aren't there, and they might not be like, all right, the on-field. Like Cribs did well today. Like he tried his heart out. I can't blame him in that, but. What about the leaders from the top of the tree, you know, like the coach, like the board? Have we got people there that demand excellence? Have we? Because it doesn't seem to be. It doesn't seem to be. And this game plan, this is absolute rubbish, man. Like, seriously, we don't seem to have a plan B. That red time goal, now we keep that red time goals, aren't they like, what's going on? It's like we knew it was going to happen. Like I was on that live cam today and we were saying it with 5 minutes to go, right, let's hold this now and let's not fall into the same trap. And we did it again, you know? And then if you look, like you watch the game, there were those little incidences where they just don't go in. It's that one instant where they just hold back just a tad, you know what I mean? They don't go in. They just run to the wrong spot just a little bit. Man, there's something about that. Why aren't they going in 100%? You know, why aren't they running into that right spot there, you know? I don't know, man. This is deeper than what it's disappointing, man.
It was weird because last year when we played them, it was game on as well at 3/4 time, and you saw like a lift, you know, like a lift in all of them. Like there was no lift. The fourth quarter arrives. Like, guys, what you train for, what the preseasons are for these moments, these away games, these like they didn't fire a punch.
No, and that last quarter was a defying last quarter. I know we say that every quarter for us is defying for the year, but that was win that game and we're still in it. I'm telling you, we're out of it now. You know, it would take a small miracle for us to do anything. And even if we did, are we going to do anything? No, you know, but it's going to take. And so you think it's the last quarter. Let's give it everything we got, or else the season's over. And as I said, if you look at that last quarter, there was a couple of instances where they just didn't go hard enough. It was just slightly off. And I'm telling you, that's all it takes, just to be just that centimetre off, you know, that half a second too slow, you know, and that's what it was. That's what it felt like. They were just not getting there. Why? Why aren't you getting there, you know? It's bad, man. It's bad. I don't know, man. It's bad. Like I don't know what to say anymore, man. I really thought we were going to fire a shot today, and we kind of did for a little bit, and then we fall away, you know. So it's the same shit, man. It's the same shit every week.
It was very much beat an average team with a non-convincing performance.
And this is the other thing, like last week, you know, like it was good to get a win and that, but I heard a lot of comments, people were getting satisfied, and that worries me that the team was satisfied, you know, if the supporters are getting satisfied over that. And there was no satisfaction after last week, because you knew that if anyone else would have beaten us last week, and it showed this week, because really the Swans weren't that good in the first couple of quarters. They were decent. They played like five or so minutes near the end, but we actually looked all right, you know. So how did we let them get on top of us, you know? And unfortunately, Teague's right there on the camera, mate. He's right there on the camera, and he's given us nothing, mate. Like, you can say that that's his persona, but he's given us nothing, mate. He's given us nothing.
Yeah. It's going to be an interesting chat throughout the week, no doubt.
This is going to be a big week, man. I'm telling you, questions are going to be asked. So we'll see what happens, man. We'll be commenting on the whole thing with all our shows during the week. Yeah.
Yeah. Look forward to it, brother. Thanks for joining.
See you, mate.
Lewis says, the stage that our list is currently at, with most players at prime, unfortunately, we do not have time to wait for a coach and his panel to develop. We must bring people into the club who know how to win. Very, very interesting one there. Yuval, okay, I paid. How do I get on the video chat? Help a suffering Carlton lifer out. We will improve when the Malthouse players are gone. Yuval, you've got to hit the link. At the moment, I have got a full waiting room, so maybe just give it 10 minutes, then hit the link again, and we'll go from there. Let's get Johnny Boy on. Johnny.
G'day, Terry. How you going, mate? I don't understand what everyone's so upset about. I'm delighted. That was without doubt, without question, our best mediocre laydown in the last quarter that I've ever seen this year, 2021. That's our best mediocre performance. So, fucking hooray. I don't know why everyone's upset. What did they expect? 3 points down only at three-quarter time. Needed to dig deep. It was there. I honestly believed if we came out of the blocks, we could win that game. And what we saw was Swans come out of the blocks and our coaches not knowing how to react, not having a plan B again. There's boom, how do we stop this? How do we go in so tall and so slow and get so horribly outmarked? It was, the last quarter was just brutal. But look, I think a lot of it had to do with the first and second quarter. What did we give? About 5 goals away in red time in those first 2 quarters, and that kept them in it. That adds pressure. Pressure adds mental fatigue. Mental fatigue adds physical fatigue. We looked spent in that last quarter. And, yeah, it was mediocre again. I don't know. What was your take?
I mean, first of all, I want to thank you for doing the game stream and then looking after that. You did a phenomenal job, but it ties in with what I'm saying. I mean, I came on and had a chat at three-quarter time. Johnny, I promise you, I wasn't just saying it for no reason. I genuinely thought we're absolutely in with this. We're here. We're here. We've done all the hard work. And why did they stop running? I'm really lost for words. Like, why did they stop?
It's not just system and structure. I mean, all of that's coaching. It's not just one coach. There's a system. There's a group of coaches that are highly paid that are there to work that out. but we also looked spent. And I think when you give away so many goals in red time, and then someone comes to the box and you start getting that feeling like we're fucking losing this, it starts looking flat. Oh man, even Papley just went to town in that last quarter. So we go flat, they pick up the scent and go boom. It was big questions to be asked.
There are big questions to be asked. They have to be asked because a 4-goal loss against the top 4 teams is what's sort of been put out by the media, fans and whatnot. But Sydney are not a top 4 side. Sydney are kind of where we are. We're in the same bracket. You put probably 3 or 4 of us in a group in the middle of the pack. And
yeah, it's frustrating. We're being leapfrogged by other sides that we're supposed to be ahead of again. It's 6 years, and all of these things that are being quoted and cliched, it's all true. Like it's just, hey, it's Carlton. Welcome, welcome to Carlton. But we've had enough. We need to be better, and there needs to be a goddamn inquisition into this.
It's true.
Yeah,
it's true.
I don't know. I don't have the answers, Terry, but you know what? I love Carlton, and I'll do it again next week and the week after and the week after until I have an aneurysm, goddammit, because I love Carlton.
Yeah. Good on you, mate. Thanks for coming on, and thanks for today.
Chat later, my man.
See you, mate. All righty. What do we got? Michael.
Hey, mate,
Michael.
how are you?
I'm good, brother. Good to have you here.
Yeah, I think today was just really cemented that, there's something going on with either the game plan or our fitness. I don't know what it was, but at the end of the third quarter, and then we came into the fourth, and it was just really flat. We didn't look up to it. And I guess it makes it more evident when you've got teams like Sydney who beat Richmond in the year, Adelaide beat Melbourne, Essendon beat West Coast, Freo, who we smashed, beat the Swans. So it makes it really hard to see, us lose again to another top 8 side. So it's really hard.
Are they a top 8 side? Are they?
We'll have to wait and see. I don't know. I mean, they could be. They could be. I mean, it's hard to say, but at least Adelaide and Essendon, they have taken some scalps, and we just can't seem to do it. I don't know if it's a mental block. I mean, I don't know about everyone else, but at the end of the third quarter, kind of like Rocco was saying, you have that hope, but whether or not I had belief, and I don't know if that filters down at the club and the players themselves, it's hard to say. So, and I don't know if we missed Plowman tonight either. Like, I feel like he might have been handy against Heaney or something like that. He might have been nice to have as well. Some people might not agree with that, but
yeah. I'm with you. I'm with you for sure. I think, he usually plays on either Papley or Heaney. I mean, Papley, he's got a pretty good record on him. But look, a lot has been made and will be made of the selections. Did you feel at the time that they were a little bit iffy, or do you just sort of wait and see?
Yeah, I thought it was iffy. I thought, maybe dropping Murph earlier in the season may have been justified based on his form, but I don't know how you can drop Murph and then bring in Casbolt if we're going based on merit and your form. I don't see how you can drop Murph and bring Casbolt in. Personally, I think Murph's at least been crucial in a few games, kicked a goal here and there, had a few touches, whereas I feel like Casbolt may have had one okay game. So yeah.
Fair enough, mate. It's a tough one to swallow, but we will fight to live another day.
That's it.
Good on you, mate. Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Terry. See you,
Cheers, mate. All right, Johnny boy, I'm just going to remove you from down there. If you could just jump out, because I can make some more room for other people. Who have I got here? Leo.
Hey Terry, how you going?
I'm good, mate. What's going on?
Not much. I'm just like ever since the selection, pretty much for me it was just downhill, because like the way I was thinking of it was Murphy out, so you bring in Jack Martin, which makes, like, you can say it makes sense. If, like, obviously Murphy's been in average form, whatever, but Murphy for Martin, all right. Plowman goes out, and you bring in Casbolt. I just don't understand that logic whatsoever. I genuinely have no idea who's behind that thought process, and it was evident today. Like you looked when they went forward, and how slow we moved, because I don't really rate Plowman as a player, but would I rather him over Casbolt? Of course, I know he got suspended or whatever, but like you've got the youngsters sitting there, the young defenders who you can bring in. You know what I mean? I don't know. It just bewildered me, that call, and then like Casbolt and Pitene, right? These are AFL footballers, and when they get the ball, the first thing that I think of is don't fuck it up. And if that's what you're thinking of when these two are AFL footballers, well, there's an issue to start with. I thought the second TDK went in the ruck in the middle, we were just winning clearances constantly because he'd jump up and tap the ball. Pitene, on the other hand, he gives away clumsy free kicks. I don't know, Terry. I don't know what you think about that decision, but there
were a few things that didn't go our way. Selection's going to be a big one this week. We heard Teague talk about, players need to have a block of form before they get in. I thought Casbolt came out to get rested and he was replaced with TDK. And then when TDK was still on the side, I don't know where his position was, Casbolt. It didn't work early. At all. They moved back. So it's going to be scrutinized. And Jack Martin obviously wasn't fit, but we wanted to get him in because, well, he was fit according to what they all said. But AFL fit after 9 weeks or 8 weeks out is pretty tough. And obviously it was an important game for him and he wanted to play. And it was, get him a game on an important occasion for him. And I don't know. It's all going to be scrutinized.
Yeah. And I've like Pitene for the past 5 weeks, I've said it to my mate Zach over and over. I just feel like in every ruck contest, sure, he might win the hit out, but where does it go? It goes to the other team every time. I cannot pick the amount of times that he's hit it out and it's just not gone to a Carlton player.
Yeah, I know.
And it kills us.
It's tough. It's tough, man. It's tough. But, we'll chat about it all week and hopefully something changes next week. It's a big one next week. I don't really know what it means next week. I don't really know what the season means now, but we're going to play a game next week. So we've got to move on, eh?
Yeah, and whether they bounce back or not, obviously, people are going to say finals, but realistically, finals is so far away. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But you still want to see them bounce back.
Yeah, of course.
And see what they can give. But
of course.
Who knows?
Of course. Good on you, brother. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks, Derek.
Thank you, bro. Chris Beach.
I'm not surprised to start. Let's put it that way. I'm not surprised. Like I said to you during the live game stream, again, thank you, John, all that, and you yourself, Terry. That was a great idea and one that should be done again at some point in the near future. But, okay, now that I've got that out of the way, again, I'm not surprised. I told you at the start of that, since 1993, we've won twice there. 2011, 2019. Now, you could have said we've got the wood over them. Not really, because we haven't convincingly beaten them. Yet here we are now. They give us the chance. They give us the sniff to beat them, and we lose it in the last quarter. So
yeah, we do.
What can you say? I mean, I also want to question, what are we paying Andrew Russell for if we're fit for 10, 15 minutes and then can't run out the quarters for the last 5 minutes? What are we paying him for?
Yeah. There's so many issues that seem to arise after a loss. So many of them. And after a win, any win really, you don't really think about him. It's so funny how different that is after a loss. But what would you say is the number one issue from today? What was it for you? I mean, there's a lot. I get that, but if you had to point out if you had a priority list, what was your number one issue from today?
Where do I start? Because you can question the logic of putting in Casbolt. Okay, yeah, fine. Did they not consider it was going to be raining up in Sydney? Did they not consider that at all? Let alone, you have Josh Honey, right? You have Josh Honey sitting on the sideline, who unfortunately couldn't play his VFL game this week because of what's happened here.
Yeah.
But you have him on the sideline and you're picking Casbolt over Josh Honey or Luke Parks, who could have done a much better job than what Casbolt did today. Now, look, I'm not going to be 100% critical of him, but it's one of those things where you've got to think carefully and assess the conditions before you make the decision.
Yeah. So selection, I like it, Chris. Thanks very much. Hey, thanks very much for coming on during the game as well. Hope you enjoyed it.
No, it was a bit of fun, Terry. So I'm glad you did it in the end. Thank you very much.
Awesome, mate. You have a good night.
You too, mate.
Joe Adamo. We were supposed to be sitting next to each other at the SCG.
Thank fuck for COVID. I'll say that right now. Thank fuck for the lockdown because it means I didn't have to go to Sydney to watch that shit, man. Seriously. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I just don't know, Tez. I actually don't know anymore. I'm laughing because if I don't laugh, I'm genuinely going to cry at this point.
It's so true. Man. It's so true. If you don't laugh, you will spiral into a fucking deep because they're fucked, mate.
It's bad, man. That was fucking bad.
They're fucked, mate.
I'm sorry. Like, you can say whatever you want. We're in it at 3/4 time. Man, we should have been 6 goals up after the second quarter. I'm sorry. The first 25 minutes of the second quarter, we had them on the ropes, man. We couldn't finish. And let them back in again, like we did at the end of the first. It's the same shit every week. As soon as it got to halftime, I just knew, man. Like someone said before, I can't remember who it was. I had hope, but the expectation wasn't there. Of course it was going to be a loss from there. We don't step up. We're just not there. We're not there. We're not up for it as a club, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
It's honestly, it's the chicken and the egg. I'm hearing the David T comments, and I'm with you, Joe. You can't sack him, but he's in such a weird position because why would you hire him and not put the better group around him? You're sort of hanging him out to dry now. You've got to wait until the better assistants come, but the time for him to develop, we don't have time because the list is ready now. There's so many moving parts.
I mean, look, we said it last week on the live show. There'll be moments in his progression as a coach. It's not linear. His development's not going to be linear. At this point, you can't expect that because it's only been 18 months. Very simple. Yeah. I don't expect much more from Teague. It's the support around him. I'm sorry. It just has to be at this point, man. It has to be. Everyone's asking for Ross Lyon and whatnot. I'd take Ross Lyon as an assistant. I'd take Justin Lepich as an assistant. Get those boys around him. Then see what Teague becomes. That's the development. He needs those guys around him to develop. You can't. Still at this point, I can't put a line through Teague. I just can't, man.
No, it's not about that.
Rocco said today. Rocco said today. He's lost the players. If the players have given up on a coach 18 months into him being our official head coach, we have the most entitled group of players in the AFL. Honestly, we seriously do. That is piss weak. That's a piss weak excuse. It's just not. He's not out there. I saw Doherty jogging 10 meters behind his man when the game was on the line. And his man was I can't remember who it was. It may have been, I think it was Justin McInerney, sprinting into open space to get sprinting. And there was no hard running in the third. When it was in the balance, it just sort of fell our way. All right, yeah, it's shit for a non-decision on Newman in the goal square. Fine, yeah, it hurts. We hit the post a couple of times. It hurts, but We were never in it. Let's not kid ourselves. We were never in it after halftime. We just weren't. Didn't want it enough. We just didn't want it enough. Reese, one of the guys in our Blues Brothers chat, he pointed out we had 79 less effective disposals for the whole game. That's garbage, man. That's not AFL standard. That is garbage.
That is terrible.
You know,
I mean, there are a lot of our best 22 still out there today. I know we've got guys missing, but I heard a lot about our best 22 over the course of the last week. They're all out there, man. I get it. Charlie's not out there. I get it. You know, Fisher's not out there, but we can't be using that as an excuse.
No, not when it comes to effort, not when it comes to showing up and putting in 4 quarters. Like, anyone can do that. I can do that. You can do that. Like, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I just question after what I saw today and the effort that I saw when the game was in the balance. I don't know if that's coaching, man. I really don't. Like, I looked at the players and they looked defeated when we were a goal up because there was a little bit of pressure coming their way. Like, genuinely looked defeated. We're still in front. Like, we still got the game in our hands. Like, we've got it under control, but they kick 1 goal after we've kicked 4 straight and the heads dropped. You go back and watch it. The heads dropped, man. The heads dropped. They won the next 4 center clearances. They kicked 4 goals. Like, that's fucking garbage, man. That's fucking garbage. I'm sorry. That's not, you just can't. There's no excuses. No excuses.
Yeah. Like,
plain and simple. We're not up for it, guys. Like, it is what it is. It is what it is. We just got to swallow that pill. Unfortunately, at this point, we just got to swallow it. We drank the Kool-Aid again last week, Tez.
I drank it so much, bro.
After beating Hawthorn.
I drank the Kool-Aid. I thought today was the day.
We were laughing about this morning, sending voice messages.
Repeat after me. Today is the day.
Yeah, today's the day. Today's the day we just drank the fucking Kool-Aid again, man. That's all it is. That's all it is. Well,
another day of insanity for us, brother.
That's it. That's all it is, man. That's all it is. Anyway, the rest of the year, you just got to play the kids at this point for me. That's it. It's done. Forget about finals. That's bullshit now. We've got nothing to play for. Kidding ourselves if we think we do. So let's see what these kids have got, you know. Levi can't play another game. I'm sorry. Like, I love the guy. Loved him his whole career. But fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. I just can't anymore. I just can't. Anyway, Tez, good luck with the rest of the night, mate.
Thanks, brother.
Enjoy.
All righty. Hang on a second, Shannon. I'm going to get Pommy in. I'll get you next. Pommy.
Well, I mean, first of all, I refuse to believe anyone's surprised by that. I know you just mentioned the Kool-Aid, but no one believed that Hawthorn was a good club. And, I mean, the minute you saw the team selection, you can't blame Levi. I mean, Levi's come in to play on McLean, and McLean might be the only footballer in the AFL who's worse than Levi. So, I mean, what the fuck was that about? I mean, I genuinely can't believe anyone's surprised, because it's the same problems repeat themselves, and they repeat themselves, and they repeat themselves. And yeah, there was moments where we were really good, wasn't there? There was moments that we were really sexy, and, you know, we looked all right when there was a little bit of pressure off us. But the way that they came back was so easy. In the 4th quarter, they averaged 3 kicks from defensive 50 to a goal. 3 kicks. 3 kicks. The last 10 minutes of each quarter, they were 42 points to our 7 in the first half. That's insane, man. Like, and David Teague, I've just watched his press conference. It was another honourable loss.
Is that what he said?
Yeah. You want to know what the problem is with this football club? That's it. It's that mediocrity. It's that standard. It's the fact that no longer can we go on forums and speak our minds because evidently we're too negative. But at the end of the day, this club means something to someone. It might not mean something to everyone, and some people might want to use my football club as a fucking messaging station, but this football club is about fucking winning. And it's the basics every week. The lack of running back, the lack of two-way running, the fact that the only way you beat Sydney is by spreading from the contest and we bring in a tall forward to play down the back instead of another midfielder. It's horrific. Structurally, it's horrific. And let's be honest, it was the most obvious thing you've ever seen. It was the most obvious. Like, if anyone's surprised there, might be their first Carlton game.
So true. It's that sick feeling of, oh, shit, they've done it again.
Like, how many fucking excuses is everyone going to make for this club? Like, I just want a list from everyone who always criticises me for being real, underscore that, real, right? How many excuses are you going to make now? Because this week, Cripper killed it. Absolutely killed it. Captain's game, right? 2 big goals in big moments. And the momentum went straight away back to Sydney. Like, that says a lot about the passion of this side. The passion of this side. Your captain has got up and about, done the spectacular, the banana from the corner, did it again. And straight away, Sydney go down and they take the momentum away and they score. It was so easy. Liam Stocker on Tom Papley. That's banter, man. That's banter. That is so banter. Levi Cosbolt did brilliantly at creating space for Buddy Franklin to run into. Absolute brilliant work by Levi. Spot on, best shepherding I've ever seen. Levi was buying into the hashtag road to 1,000 for fucking Buddy. We used to stand for something, and John M's not this on. We used to stand for something. Right now, we stand for bollocks social justice causes and bollocks PR. That's what we stand for. And our mantra should be, when you wish upon a star. Because that's what it is. It's fucking Disney stuff. Because it's the basics every fucking week. How many times are we going to talk about transition? We're the 18th worst kicking side in the AFL. But Teague's entire game plan is based on kicking. The guy is a fucking muppet. What is going on at Carlton? With the line coaches, the committee. It was never going to work. Sydney have played the same brand of football, Terry, for 6 years. 6 years. That was never going to work, Terry. You could have played you and me up there, and we had more fucking chance. And he's killing me, Terry, because this club means something, man. My beautiful wife comes from this club. If it wasn't for this club, I wouldn't have her, which means I wouldn't have 3 beautiful kids. That's what this club means to me. And we just make bollocks decisions. That's not the players. I can't even be angry at them because we're sending them in over the trenches with wooden swords. And we've got David Teague looking like the dickhead from Wayne's World saying, another honourable loss. Fantastic. Shame you don't win flags for honourable losses. I'm sick of it, Terry. I'm sick of the work we put in. When we can't even do the basics, we were set up to lose today. Don't blame the players. Blame the fucking coaches. They sent them out in the rain with the tallest fucking side that hasn't won an NBA final and fucking are surprised we've lost. I'm not. And who's going to call them to account, Terry? No one, because this will be edited. When the team won't watch this, they'll probably send this and they'll just have me saying fucking hello. No one's going to call the freaking selection committee into account. No one's going to call David Teague into account. No one will, because it's okay, because we're Carlton Football Club. And it's all right. In Indigenous round, Eddie Betts kicked a couple of goals, so we've done our job. We've got the fucking news line. No 4 points, though, because that's what counts.
I feel that, bro. I feel the pain. Fuck. I do. It's hard.
I just miss it, Terry. I miss fucking drinking Kool-Aid with you and saying we're going to be the top 8, but I can't lie to the fans anymore, man. I love you all too much. I can't give you false hope anymore because there is no hope. There's just darkness. Just darkness. And fucking we've got this Greek Adonis here and this chubby little Pom, and that's the only thing we've got to look forward to every fucking week.
We've got to move on. We have to move on. We've got to make better decisions week to week. I literally feel disgusting talking like that, but we've got to move on.
What are they going to do? What are they going to do? I mean, I'd be worried that Cripps is going to turn out at my house, but if I put a bit of pressure on him, he'd probably fold. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it anymore, Tez. Like, this team is so beautiful. Means so much, man. And we're setting these boys up to fail.
Yeah. Well expressed, mate. I'm glad you got it off the chest.
Yeah, I'm just going to go inside now and punch the cat.
Look after that cat.
I don't even have a cat, so who knows whose cat I'm punching.
Well, you've definitely added the emotion to the therapy, mate, and we love you for it. Stay
I love
good.
you all.
Love you too, mate. Shannon.
Hi.
And Bub.
Yeah, she's here.
Hey, Bub.
And dog.
What's going
Bloody
on?
hell. One wish today. I had one wish. Win on my fucking birthday.
Oh my
Could
God.
they do it? No, they could not fucking do it.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
Happy Dirty 30.
Thank you. Absolute waste of space, a lot of them. Literally, I can't deal. What is so hard about finding a player and sticking to them for 4 quarters? I mean, Papley did nothing for 3, and then late in that third quarter just decides to bob up and kick us out of it. That's all it took. Literally, we would. Seriously, I can't. Tommy's right. This club means too much to all of us, and they're literally taking the piss now.
Yeah, today was a piss take. The fact that we fell over like that we can't use the whole top 4 team today. We can't use that.
They were 6th. They were 6th. Like, how? How can we use? We can't. And in key moments in that second quarter, we could have put them away. And did we? No. We fumbled the ball. Our inside 50s were shit. The only saving grace today was Patrick Cripps.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
Literally.
That's the thing. He usually after losses like this, we question him. Well, I do, not everyone. And
we can't question him today.
He was brilliant. He was.
His goals were crucial.
Yeah.
And the only light at the end of the tunnel was that I got to see Murph run around for a little bit.
One more time.
Should not have been dropped, but that's another story for another day.
We will cover that. We will definitely cover that tomorrow.
Oh, we will. We'll cover that tomorrow night. But I can't anymore. Like, I love them to death, but they actually shit me to tears. They know how to rip a girl's heart out. They really do.
Yeah. I feel you. It's devastating.
Like, Levi did his job, and he wasn't. Hello, Ava. Everyone thought he was terrible today, but I thought he did all right. But then when we moved him forward, he just looked lost.
Yeah.
He just looked lost, and I can't. I have no words. Literally have no words to express how I feel right now. I really don't.
I'm with you. It's very much a speechless time. But
it is, and I think I speak for everyone when I say that we all drank the Kool-Aid last week. We all said it. We've all said it, and we got sucked in by Carlton. We got sucked in, and Jack Darling next week, and Josh Kennedy, and Dom Sheed, and every single West Coast player are going to absolutely maul us. No doubt about it.
Fingers crossed, Shan. You go and enjoy the rest of your Dirty 30 and see you, Bob.
I will. I'll speak to you later.
See ya. Alrighty. Who we got? Adam. Adam from the US. I can barely hear you. You want to maybe I'll take you out. I'll put you back in a moment. Just get that audio going. Moses. I don't know what's going to happen there. I really don't know what's going to happen there. Moses, if you can just send me a private message so I know who you are, that'd be great. we don't need any issues tonight, mate. We don't need anything crazy happening tonight. Mark.
I'm here. Yeah, it's right. I'm here. You know it. I always like to have a build up, Terry. Firstly, how are you? How are you?
Mate, I'm all right, but I feel like you need some time to just chat.
Well, I mean, I want to have a two-way conversation, and I hope we can try that. I want to try that. Jeez, yeah, let me just show you something. You see my top?
The beautiful Carlton Guernsey.
Here's something for you. I just fucking jump and punched it and kicked up. There it is, right there. Fucking flicked it out. There's something that can go to the jumper punch show. But until I get some photo with someone, it'll be game over. You'll take it to the bank. Only a matter of time before I put myself on that. Anyways, we talk about the game. Now, I want to ask you something, Terry. You tend to be the type of guy that tends to watch a lot of these fearless motivation type videos, speeches, quotes. I just feel that the club itself probably needs to be watching more of these documentaries and get the true art of what it takes to dig deep in games like these, because I saw it in two parts today. Number one, you saw Sydney in the very first 30-odd seconds get the opening goal of the game. But then we started to really control the tempo by kicking 4 unanswered like that, and we thought this is like shelling peas. Only for them to be trailing at quarter time, and you think, how? Really, only North Melbourne's the type of team where you feel like they should be having 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 goal runs against them. But for a team like us that has a slow, patient build-up where you feel like, when are we going to finally rise to the occasion? When are we going to actually take that next step? Well, think of this for a stat. 6 out of 11 games, that's more than half. We've conceded 100 points, and Sydney managed to get there today when it really should not have. 0-5 against the top 8. We've already lost the game to a bottom 4 side, which it's not rocket science. If you finish in the top 8 and the top 4, you never lose to the bottom 4 sides, let alone bottom 6. Am I right or wrong? Call me crazy. You don't. Right? Now, you can have any other top side that could have our coaches, regardless of the talent that they've got. Put our assistant coaches in Richmond's coaching box or Geelong's. And I'll tell you, despite how talented their players are from those teams, they probably would not have gotten the results. Why? Because our current assistants, and I'll say it time and time again, it's like I'm repeating myself, the simple matter is this. How they were as players and the losses that they were getting as players replicates to the current group of players that we know they've got the talent, but they've been drilled in a losing mentality. I don't want to have to say this all the goddamn time, but it's that repetitive. It's a no-brainer. You can have Dan say the same thing, Rocco say the same thing. The usual suspects, the fabric that sticks to this glue of your show, which you put so much time and effort week in, week out to do what you love. Because you do a good job. You really do. And I feel for you. And remember last week, or was it 2 weeks ago actually, I was going to make that donation. You know what breaks my heart? I can't do that. Why? Because until the club proves something to us fans of our hard-earned money that we pay for, they've got to make it deliver. They deliver, we can then deliver. I don't want to... Look, it breaks my heart. Look, I don't want to put this in a bad way to you, but it's very simple. Those highly paid professionals have so much luxury in their lives. Well, you saw Cripps today. Had his finger, popped out. Only to pop back in. Took me 9.5 weeks for a dislocated finger, for God's sakes, and only get a penny for it, right? They're so privileged and entitled and honoured to be out there on that footy field, to be able to do their job. Well, here we are in lockdown again. Well, for some of us, we're able to do our bit, and some we don't. But in saying all that, does Carlton think of a Melbourne Storm mentality. I'll tell you why I'm bringing them up. That club, for 20-odd years, or ever since its inception, multiple premierships, a well-drilled, run organisation. You've got the likes of Cameron Smith, who's retired. Now, I know you're probably thinking, why am I putting a bit of NRL content into this? Well, I'll tell you why, because St Kilda have the likes of Billy Slater that's in their sort of leadership role down there. But my point is this, right? Do we, as a club, by the end of the year, go outside the box and look for someone like a Cameron Smith? Why? To teach the art and fabric and principle of what the definition of winning looks like. Now, look, whether that happens or not, I don't know. I'm only just throwing out a suggestion if no one else has any other sort of thought. But that'd be something maybe the club could look at. I don't know. But the only way you're going to get wins is those that have experienced it, that knows what it takes to win games, finals, premierships. You can't have Brett Stanton going up to a Sam Walsh saying, I've been there, done that. No, you haven't. One final in your 13, 14-year career, and you're a Mark Murphy bootleg. John Barker, another one. Only a handful. Cameron Bruce, average Melbourne back then, maybe had 1 year when they were on the up, but most of the time were no good. And even at Hawthorn, well, might have been a little sort of party pooper there until he then realised he was no good too.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is, this club, which I bleed for, right? And you and the 80,000 plus members that we have, we've been teased. We've been teased into oblivion to the fact that you have all this messaging and hope. And a game like today, where it felt like it had an amazing race type factor in it, because it was going to be a breaking point. I actually mentioned it in your little Blue Abroad post about how we were feeling at halftime. Cardiac arrest sort of motor, or more like who's going to be the team that will survive its breaking point.
Yeah.
And sadly, we just can't get past that breaking point again. Now, the funny thing is, and this is just instinct, because a win like today, you looked at West Coast for next week. They're going to have Tim Cully out, who's done a medial of his ductor, or around through his groin from memory.
Yeah.
And Oscar Allen, who had a bit of a concussion. We could not have got West Coast at the perfect time now. And also McGovern, Jeremy's still going to be out as well. But all our wins have been nothing more than scrapped leftovers throughout the years, right? Because we were never able to beat teams when they were at their best. And even when we beat them at their worst, we limp over, like we let a toddler roll over to an adult in an extent. So I just don't know what's next for this, Terry. I mean, because you saw early in the year, our great Pom thought he was going to retire. Do all of a sudden spread the big rumour, or not the big rumour, do I make the big announcement tonight and say, do I retire for good? I don't know, but I'm feeling bloody damn close, and I don't want to. You do a great job. I know you do. All us fans, we show our passion and empathy and care to make this team great again. But until we have that underbelly instinct, we're just nothing but soft. And I'll say the word again until the day that he says it in his press conference. And I'll say it again. You know where I'm going with this? Weak. Said it against Melbourne. Said it against Sydney. If I have to say it a third time, if I happen to decide to come on whenever you want me to, I want T to just go off script and just say it as it is. You can't say another honourable loss, Terry.
No,
Dean was going to lose his head. Rocco's almost going to get drunk. Jad's almost lost a few brain cells because he puts in effort and he shows that it's the structure.
Yeah. I'm going to have to move on, Mark.
You know I love you, mate, but I really hope that I can throw in a donation only if the team can deliver. The day we win 5, 6, 7 games in a row, we'll go he. And the last time that happened was 2000.
Save your money.
Oh, we'll save it until they fucking deliver. The day they win 5, 6, 7 in a row, I might be in for a hot date.
Yeah.
Love you, Bella. Ciao.
See you, brother. Matty, hang on 1 second. 1 second. Sorry. I'm going to get Yuval on. Where is he? Yuval. You there?
Terry. Hello, I'm there. Can you hear me?
I am, mate. I didn't know what was happening with Moses. I'm sorry. We've had a situation in the past where I wasn't sure. I don't know who you are, and I don't want anything wrong to happen. So
Yeah, sorry. That's
but I don't mind the humour.
Anyway,
It's good stuff.
Pommy's passion was admirable. Every week, he's a Pom, and he's got more passion for the club than people that are born in Carlton. But I think I actually thought we were going to lose by 4 goals. So the only reason I'm disappointed was we kind of looked better than that for about a quarter and a bit. But then we ended up losing like I thought we'd lose. So I think that's what pisses off pretty much every Carlton supporter, that we know we're shit and then we play and then we sort of get a lead and then we stuff it up and it's so predictable. Like, I knew I'd go to the toilet and Sydney would get the lead by the time I finished, and it happened. It was just incredible. I didn't even have to watch. It was, I don't know, with this team, it's just the predictability of it's so terrible. But I think, I still don't believe we rebuilt properly, going back. Like, I don't think anyone believed Bolton was going to get us anywhere when we got Bolton. And likewise with Teague, I mean, most of us remember he played for Carlton. He was a pretty mediocre player. And, we had as it happens, when you get a new coach, there's always a spurt of improvement. But, it's just the same old every week. Murphy plays, he's good against a crap team, and against a good team, he's useless, and we've had players doing that for 10 years. But I still, I've got some close friends that were Melbourne and Richmond supporters, and they were feeling like this when we had Ratton and we were sort of building as a team. And I can't understand, like, we've got money, right? We don't know how to use it. We don't understand how to run a club. Melbourne, they went out, they were a basket case. They got Paul Roos, but he was only an interim coach. He wasn't the Messiah. It was a very intelligent transition and redevelopment. But in Carlton, it's like, no, we'll get Mick Shithouse. The Messiah will come through the Red Sea and sack all the good players and give us a wooden spoon. It's like, I mean, I'm not getting paid $500,000, $1 million a year to run a football club. But come on, what's Chris Judd doing? It's like, is he the Messiah? I mean, for fuck's sake. I mean, he's leaving now because he's obviously failed. But we just don't know how to plan. I mean, and the other thing that's glaring about Carlton is our VFL team has been shithouse this whole century. So if you're not getting green shoots through your VFL, what the fuck are you meant to expect in the AFL? I mean, we're playing players that aren't even, that are coming from a shit VFL side. So they're actually shit VFL players playing in a shit AFL team.
Yeah.
So look, we've got talent. There's a lot of talent. It doesn't make sense, but I just think, I don't know, it's the administration. It's the sort of the players they've got, the culture, the culture. No one cares about Carlton. I mean, I think the only people that care about Carlton are Carlton supporters. We're not a powerhouse team. I mean, we have to admit, it's like being an alcoholic. You have to admit you're an alcoholic before you can fix yourself. We're like North Melbourne, except we've got more moolah, right? North Melbourne have got, a dusty rag, but they're still going to rebuild. Essendon are a different kettle of fish, but they've still got better professionals that are building their club. They've recruited. They cheated. We can't even cheat properly. I mean, we know this. We can't even cheat properly. We're just losers. So we've got to admit we are losers. We've got money behind us, but money's not going to fix our problem. What's going to fix the problem with this team is development, is let's build a VFL side that's good, rather than get all these top 10 picks and pay them top dollar, you know, like McGovern and you know, then we've got duds like Dow. I mean, I remember, you know, 15 years ago, Richmond were getting guys like Tambling and they were going nuts. You know, mate, we've had about 10 Tamblings. I mean, we still think, oh, we have to get every top 10 pick. Why can't we get a 20 pick?
Yeah.
Why can't we be like Sydney? You know, Sydney, they've got a few really good players. It's just, you know, it was just so predictable. I mean, they were always going to beat us with Buddy Franklin because it's just common sense. We have Liam Jones, who's a struggling defender, and they got Buddy Franklin, and he'll, even if he kicks 3 goals, they'll win the game, you know, and he kicked 4. You know, and then we don't have a forward line as well.
Yeah.
We've got a 35-year-old
Yuval.
we threw out.
Yuval,
And
let's Yuval, I'll just last point. I'll just get you to make that last point, and then I'll have to get the next person on. Just to, there's a big bank of people, and I want to get out of here.
We need a forward line. Then we'll start winning.
I love it.
A proper
Thank you so much for coming on.
A spread.
A spread. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you so much for coming on. Kurt.
Hey, good day, mate. Hey,
what's going on, bro?
The Carlton way, hey. I don't think we actually have a mantra. We say the Carlton way, and we don't know what it is at all. I support the Storm as well, and we got one of the callers before, and is absolutely good on the ball. We're actually playing a reserve team, and we still play second on the ladder. We got actually no squad, which is the equivalent of a midfield in AFL, with like third rate players, and it's still winning. And I think that speaks volume of how successful an organisation like the Storm compared to the shambles of what Carlton is. And I think we need to go from the head down in the of the club. And
brother, I'm just going to get you to try and fix that sound. I can barely hear you. I'm just going to take you out. I'll bring you back in. Just get that sound fixed up for me. Maddie.
Hi, Terry.
What's going on, Maddie?
Not much. As we say every week, another disappointment. Just because we had them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, just checking. We were 3 goals up at halftime or something, or just before, at some point in the game. And it again. And as soon as I saw the selection, my first thought is, why is Casbolt back in?
I think you've reflected the feelings of a lot of people tonight. It was a bit of a baffling one. Obviously, the coaches had a plan. They had him on McLean, which, to be honest, I think I kind of get it, and I'll tell you why I say that. Because, okay, Levi on McLean, Jones on Buddy, whether you agree with it or not, it allowed Wiedering to be the spare man and use his strengths and use his marking and intercept ability. Just didn't work. It just didn't work.
But I don't know who else could have been on Buddy. Like, Casbolt would have done worse, but Jones didn't do that great. And Wiedering's not a one-on-one. We need him away, getting the ball out of there.
Yeah.
We said before, what can you do when it's what can you do? We can't think of, as fans, we're all stuck as well.
Where are you at? What do you think? Like, where are you at with this team at the moment as a supporter? What's your number one issue?
It's the forward line. Yeah, our forward line. If Eddie Betts is the best small forward we have right now, that's an issue. Like, he's not getting any younger, and we keep saying take him out. But then where else is the pressure coming from?
Yeah. Hey, it's a good point.
There's just lots of little bits and pieces that aren't working, and we need to get it tightened up.
Yeah. Well said. Well said as always, Maddie. Thanks very much for your input. I'll speak to you soon. All right, I'm going to try and power through the rest, guys. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got Ali and Josh in here. You both need to have cameras, otherwise I can't have you on. Adam, we're going to try you again. What's going on, bro?
How's it going, Terry? Terry the therapist.
Apparently, mate. Adam, you're from Arizona, mate. Talk to us.
Yes.
What's going on?
Not much. That was a steaming pile of shit, to put it nicely. Not good. Just we just couldn't finish. We couldn't put him under the pump when we had the opportunity to.
So true. So true. The second quarter, really, I didn't want to believe that it was going to hurt us because I thought we were unbelievable in that second quarter. And then in hindsight, it really set up the rest of the game. And it's literally the same loss, bro. How long have you been watching Carlton for?
About the last year and a half or so.
About a year and a half. Let me tell you now, it doesn't change.
Oh boy, that's inspiring.
So for those watching at home, Adam is from the US. He's a brand new Carlton supporter as of a year and a half ago. He's just become a supporter, and he's learning the ropes really quickly, mate. Is there an NFL? Do you follow the NFL?
I do.
What is the equivalent in the NFL? Which team? Which club?
If I had to compare Carlton to an NFL club, I would probably say the Dallas Cowboys. Their heyday was probably like the 70s, the 80s, and the mid 90s. Fans have unrealistic expectations of the team, and the team lets them down every year.
That is us, mate. Welcome. It's great to have you here.
Yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way. You know, bring me the pain.
Yeah, that's it. Look, I hope that one day this is all worth it. I hope that one day all of this, sadness and anger and frustration, and there's a bit going on here in Melbourne as well. We've got a lockdown, so there's a few people that have got some other issues happening, and it's obviously a very tense time, compounded by the fact that our beloved football club, continue to hurt us like this. So it's interesting, mate. What are you seeing as a high level? What are you seeing from this new team of yours?
I'm just seeing a team that can't finish quarters. They can't finish teams off. We had a chance in that second quarter to really put the hurt on them. I think we had four big chances right there in the second, and just felt like Sydney had an answer for it every single time. Yeah.
I'm with you, mate. I'm with you.
Yeah. And defense didn't help. The defense didn't help. I feel, how are you going to stop Buddy Franklin? But the other guys, for an AFL defense, you got to be a little bit better than that. There's got to be more effort. There's got to be, something,
It's true. It's true, man. It's true. But, mate, what time is it there right now?
It is 2:30 in the morning.
Well, I appreciate you staying up for us. Sorry that we couldn't get the job done for you.
It is what it is.
From there, but we'll see you next week.
Of course, I hope so.
I'll speak to you soon, brother.
For sure.
Legend. All the way from Arizona. That's pretty cool. Kurt, I'm going to get you in again, brother. You there?
Yeah. Is my audio all good, mate?
Much better.
Nice, mate. Yeah, as I was saying, I don't think we actually have the culture within the club at all. I think we're not nowhere near behind the 8 ball in that regard. I think we actually need to bring some successful people in because it's pretty much just been the same ordeal behind the scenes of the club for so long, and it hasn't changed. And it doesn't matter if you're gonna change the coach, change the players, bring talent in. It's not going to make a difference, really. I don't think. I think we're still in the mindset of recruiting the best players possible instead of players that we believe that can implement our club mantra culture. Because I don't see it. You can compare it to another club like the Storm, as I was saying earlier, and they don't actually select the best players from their junior system. They're actually players that they get from the ground up are actually players that a lot of clubs have overlooked from the beginning. And I think we need to adopt something like a similar culture to the Melbourne Storm, I believe. Anyways,
I would love it. I listen to Craig Bellamy when I hear him, and he talks about simplicity. He talks about breaking everyone's role, every single person's role into 3 sort of principles, and they focus on that.
Exactly.
I kind of wish we had the same mantra of making it simple. I just feel like it looks too confusing.
I just don't think the board and the coaches have never really been united.
Yeah.
I've actually watched a couple of podcasts with Pagan and Malthouse, and they've said completely the same thing. And you could say what you like about them both, but if both the coaches of that stature are saying the same thing about our club, then I believe there's some merit behind it. To be honest, I think we need to actually, like I said, renovate the club from the top down. Behind the scenes, but I don't think it's not happening. It doesn't matter. We actually need to actually make the hard changes, and from structurally anyway, because I don't believe the club's there structurally at all, culturally. The team's all good. I think the team's all right. It's just I don't know.
I mean, the fact that Sam Petrevski-Seton can't be at his best doesn't make sense to me. He is a gun.
And I think we need successful people behind our club. People what success is, because at the moment we're rich Fitzroy. We're literally a rich Fitzroy. It's ridiculous. I can't believe how I'm 29 and I started supporting Carlton around 99. So literally on the grand final. So that's the only amount of success I've really seen. And post 2002, it's been, and I see the stuff because I support the Storm equally as the Blues as well. And to see that club excel compared to us, it's hard. It's hard. I hate feeling that bipolar feeling where I'm excited that the Storm won and the Carlton. It's always this roller coaster of emotions, and it really bugs me. I think and that's all I have to say. Really, it's.
You've mate, thank you so much for coming on. I don't think you've been on before, but it's good to meet you here.
It's the first time, mate. I've been listening for a while, and I love this. I love this channel. So keep up the good work.
Appreciate it, brother. You have a good night.
Take it easy, yeah.
See you, legend. All righty, Carl Cavara. Carl,
how are you, champ? How you going, mate?
I'm going all right, mate. I'll be honest, I'm not as angry as an hour and a half ago. The therapy's working, but still pretty pissed off.
Yeah, I know, you poor thing, mate. I just want to wish all the Cum fans well from this show. Mark, right? You guys are all great guys. Jad, right? Rocco, Paul, all those great guys. I love all the shows. I'm a huge fan of the whole show and the whole thing you guys do. So
appreciate it.
I'm a first time, right, and a long time fan of you guys. So it's great to be on. Thanks very much.
Appreciate you, mate.
So yeah, mate. In terms of the game, it's just the same old tune every time, isn't it, mate? We play a team that's in the top 8, and we get within 4 goals, and our coach seems to think, that it's okay. Like it hurts, like it bleeds. I wish I could be like Mark and be all angry and everything, but just inside, mate, I'm just so hurt. I just feel flat and just not sure where this club's going to go, mate. I mean, what are your thoughts?
I'm not off Teague. I'm not. I am blaming. It's the club's fault for me. I don't blame players. I blame club because the people behind the scenes pulling the strings are pointing the people that appoint the people. I don't think we've had enough heat. I understand that we are a club that was very hell-bent on getting rid of our the financial hole that we were in. And I listened to Kane Little talk on the radio with Mark McClure the other day, and he spoke about how you've got to get usually with an off-field, restructure, the on-field success lags behind that. And I love Kane Little. I believe in Kane Little. I think he's done a great job. But I think a fundamental football decision was missed when we hired David Teague and didn't hire the assistant coaches that we are now asking for in 2021. We should have done it when we hired him. We thought he was the experienced coach that was going to be good enough without the need of an assistant coaching group. And I think we're now feeling the compounding effect of that. That's what I think.
Just like one thing, right? Like I'm a 40-year-old guy. So obviously, like I've been a fan for a while. Coaches like Parkin, who like I love. He's one of the best coaches we've had. I just feel like Teague, he's got no plan B, and there's no fire in him like to make moves or to give a spray. I know he said that he gave a spray last week in the Hawks game, but I just feel like he doesn't come down onto the bench like you see some other coaches, how they come to the bench, they fire the players up. And I get this whole sort of like what we live in now where you can't give like sprays a lot and all that sort of stuff. But I don't know. I just think I see him as a fan like in that box, and his face just doesn't change like from game to game. And I just feel like the players, I don't know, they're not, they don't have that oomph or they don't have that fear like to lose their spot. And,
it depends. I think it depends depends how you look at it. You could say he's very good under pressure and he's calm under pressure, or you can say he doesn't look like he cares,
Yeah, it's just those 3 or 4 goals that we seem to get like scored against us like every game. Like how many games out of the 40-odd games that Teague's coached, how many times has a team kicked 5 goals against us? Like it's been a lot, yeah?
It's been a lot.
So I just think that there's no plan B or C there just to stop the flow, maybe put one back, and then maybe get Cripper and the other players there that are the team leaders to maybe put a plan in place like when that happens. And as I said, maybe going down to the bench, maybe stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. It's hard. It's chicken and the egg. Is it Teague? Yeah. Is it his assistants? Do you replace the assistants first? Do you replace Teague first? Do you even replace anyone? We know that Lepage is being spoken to. It's tough.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what the hard part is? We have to sit through it for the rest of the year.
Yeah, I know. Mate. I used to have hair like you, mate. Now I'm bald. So yeah, mate, it's torture. The one final thing I'll say is that I hope that T can change like a bit, like in the way that he puts a bit of fear into the players. I'm not saying they've got to be totally scared, but like you know what I mean, like make them fight for their spots. And I just hope that we're not happy as a club to have these 4-goal these 4-goal losses against these teams. And I just wanted you also to private text me after I get off. Yep. I want to give some money to the channel. So could you just text me and show me how to do it? Because like as I said, like I love you guys. Like this helps me so much, and like I love all the shows. So yeah, thanks a lot.
Appreciate
mate.
it. No, I really do appreciate that. I'll hit you up after this is done, and
thanks very much, mate.
We'll chat a bit more then. Thanks for coming on, mate.
Okay. Thank you very much, mate. All the best.
See you, mate. What a legend. All righty. I've got Paddy, I've got Josh, I've got Sava, and I've got Josh T. Josh T, I can't see you. I don't know who you are, but if you don't have a cam, I can't get you on. So I've now got 3 left. I got Josh, Sava, and Paddy. Let's go with Paddy. Paddy, what's up, bro?
How are you, Terry?
I'm a little bit better. A little bit.
Yeah. All right, same boat, mate. Same boat. Probably came on just after you started it, and fuck, was I pissed? Oh, am I still pissed? Yeah, but has it been easier? It has. It has. Now, I've taken a piss 3 times. I don't think I've actually seen you duck off and take a piss, and you have 2-liter bottle of water sitting in front of you. Well, don't tell me that you were going through that game without a bottle of wine or something.
I didn't have a drink on me. I was very. I mean, I'm the game is the it's the drug. You know, that's what it is. The game is everything. It's the whole lot. There was a bit of emotion as well. I had planned to be there, and it was once I started seeing the SCG and us playing well, I started getting a little kind of emotional in a sense, because it was like, fuck, I really want to be there. But obviously, you put it into perspective. There's a lot worse happening and all of that. So yeah, I don't really need too much else during game. The game is my drug. I love it more than anything in the world. So
Love
yeah.
that. Yeah, no, love that. Fuck, it started at the selection table for me. It did. And as so many have said, the selection, Casbolt. But see, I love me racing. All right, I love my racing. Now, it'll make sense in a bit. I do me form halfway through the week, maybe on a Thursday night at latest. I'll look at the track. And the tracks in Sydney are very often either soft or heavy. And all of a sudden, we decided to add Casbolt as a fucking extra tall. Now, I'm just trying to connect the dots here, Terry. If I can realize that with horse racing, that okay, the weather is going to be pretty shit in Sydney. Let's go get the giraffes in the forward line. What is going on at the selection table with? And Martin, he even came out and said any other week he probably wouldn't play. I don't like being political and all this other shit, but quite clearly, 9 weeks, 10 weeks, or whatever it's been, he was off. Comes in, clearly underdone. Murphy comes off after winning us the game last week. Let's be honest. He won us the game last week and is omitted. The sub, whatever you want to call it, it was just shit house. And that's where literally going into the game, I thought at the selection it can go one way, and very often with Teague, it has gone one way, and we've lost because of it. Last year with Collingwood game, it's happened over and over again. Mentally, there's no plan B. I don't know how many times now. It's double figures, I know, with 5-goal swings. It never seemed comfortable. It never seemed comfortable for us to get on top. It never seemed comfortable. Even with the start of the last, 2 or 3 points down, 3/4 time, it's there for the taking. Who wants it? And all of a sudden, as soon as the ball was bounced, you could tell straight away who wants it more and who's going to get it more. And Doherty in the second quarter when he opt to fresh air the ball.
Oh,
to me, that was the changing point. That was the changing moment of the game, Terry, and it fucking pisses me off. He's our skipper.
He's better than that.
Yep, he's been solid the last month.
Very good.
And he decides to do that. It's a domino effect to the whole fucking playing group, and that's exactly what fucking happened. Oh my god,
that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. It definitely did. He's better than that. Look, and to Doc's credit, he has been outstanding over the last month, and 100%. I think he won't sleep tonight thinking about that contest, because he is a hard footballer, and I just think that was just a poor moment. That's all. That's all I hope it will be, because it was a change. It was a very pivotal part of the match. Yes. It's not a good look for him, and I know damn well that he would be hating that. So to me, with leadership in that just for a young side, it swept down and all dropped our heads straight away. All dropped. I think at that stage, we're still up. Yeah. And they hit the front and they kicked the next couple. Did they target Cripps' back? Don't know. Of course they did, and as they should. Did anyone make a stand for it? Good question. Liam Stocky got fucking smacked in the nuts. And that'll probably be a week for Callum Mills. But did anyone even bat an eyelid? You could quite clearly see he smacked his balls, for fuck's sake. And it just shits me. Who's going to make a stand?
You know, there was moments there that we flew the flag a little bit, but
the Wiedering one we did.
Oh yeah, to an extent. To an extent, but they were hard at us the whole game. We only showed moments. That's the difference. And as a young side, are we better than Sydney? I strongly believe we are. Are they a top 4? Fuck no. Are they going to make the 8? Young sides, they usually make their charge pre-bye, and then after bye, they tend to drop off. So no, I don't. And people might shoot me for it, but are they a good side? No. Are we better than Essendon? Fucking oath we are. It's just those young sides, they just want it.
Yeah.
Are we a young side anymore? We're around that age bracket where we're young and going into our prime. If not, we're already entering our prime.
Yeah.
And that's worrying. It's worrying with Teague as well, because I strongly believe that Teague's probably our man. And if you want to look back to 2010 with Dimmer, he was in a very similar boat. You know, they already went through a handful of interim coaches. We've gone through with Teague. Is the honeymoon over with Teague after, you know, getting a few wins last year and we're talking for the Teague train and everything? No, I don't reckon. It's just the support around him, which a number of people have touched on. I think the worst thing for us as a club is we've got players entering our prime. The worst thing to do is unstable that sort of cohesion.
Yeah, I get you.
And yeah, I just reckon we're just going to go backwards if we're going through another fucking coach. You know, we're not Chelsea, even though they won the bloody champions.
That's a poor example because they chop and change until they get it right. I think Chelsea's.
And I'm a Chelsea fan, so and for me to say that, well, fuck, there you go.
Yeah, that's true.
But the 3 gimmies in the square in the second quarter was the changing moment of the match.
They were, brother. They were. Great chat. Really good chat.
Yeah. No, sorry, Terry. Yeah, you're all good.
You're right. We'll do this again next week.
Yeah. I'll probably message you anyway and see what the fuck we're doing.
Please do. Take care of yourself, bro.
See you, mate. Cheers.
See you, mate. Alrighty. Sava, young Sava, what's up, my man? You there?
Hello, how are you?
Sava, mate, I'm good.
Yeah,
how are
there.
you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
I'm not surprised, but I'm disappointed at the same time because this is just sort of what I'm used to. I just don't understand why we would put Levi Casbolt back in the team. I really don't understand. I didn't mind Murphy getting dropped if it would be someone for a Josh Honey or someone young, but who are we bringing him in for? There's none of our young players are getting a game. Sam Petrevski-Seaton is not getting a game, which I don't know how that goes. That's just, I can't believe that, and I'm just shocked. I can't believe it. I actually can't believe it.
How old are you, Sava?
I'm 13.
Oh my God, you speak so much sense at such a young age.
Yeah, and I remember that other one that was my age. Do you remember he always used to come on and speak?
Mm.
Why doesn't he come on anymore? He doesn't want to talk about our team. We just lose every week. It's the same
It's
thing.
true. Yeah, no,
Why
it's
would he
very
come
true.
on? It's just.
Yeah,
Oh,
well, I will, mate. We just got to stick fat. We've got to stick together, and as I say every week, at least we've got each other, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Good on you, my man. You have a good night.
All right, you too. See ya.
See you, buddy. What a legend. Absolute legend. Josh, my last guest. What's going on, mate?
Ugh, mate. Again, it happens. We face a top 8 side and we choke. I don't know what to say really, apart from that second quarter, we looked so good, but we just couldn't capitalize. And I don't know if I kind of fluked us over here, but in my footy tips group chat, I sent a text saying Harry Mackay is the best forward.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
The next 5 minutes, he gets done bowling the ball twice in the gold square, and then my mates are going, "Oh," just like, "Oh shit."
To be honest, I'm the same. I'm the same guy. I am that guy too.
Oh man, it just hurts. But you know, I think the problem does start. Like, it's been a problem for a while now, and that's definitely in the coaching box. We've got to surround Teague with the right guys. Like the current assistant coaches we have never gotten us anywhere. Why should we ever expect them to get us anywhere? I think that's where it really starts, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And just another thing with regarding our depth, Charlie, all these players that we're missing, Fisher, but we don't know what their form is going to be like once they come back. You know, Charlie's missed 2 years. That's a lot of time. So
I mean, a lot of people when we lost to, I think it might have been Brisbane, were saying, "Oh, but we don't have TDK or Jack Martin, etc., etc." I'm of the belief if you continue to use, we don't have X, Y, you're always not going to have X, Y, and Z. It's always going to be the case.
Absolutely, and it just shows that we do not have any depth because we're still relying on guys like Casbolt. And as much as I love him, Murphy, we should be past this like 2 years ago. So I don't know what the future of this club's going to be. I think the second half of our season, you'd expect it to be a lot better, considering we've played. We're playing West Coast, Bulldogs, Melbourne. You'd expect it to be a lot better, but I think finals is off the agenda now, unfortunately. And yeah, I think someone said it earlier. We just got to play the kids and just hope for the best for the next of the season.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm with you. I think I'm there now. Very good point. Very well said. Cheers for waiting. I really appreciate your patience.
All
man.
good. Thanks for having me on.
No worries, bro. And that'll do us. 1 hour and 51 minutes. That's crazy. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks to everyone that came on. A very disappointing collapse, fourth quarter. Where's Vince has put a comment here. I think I like it. When a fish stinks, it starts at the head. We will never win another flag until we get back to being a football club run by people who truly understand the fabric of a successful football club and connect with the fans and supporters in a way that we can see, hear, touch, and feel. This board and administration have turned us into the Carlton Business Club. They have no idea who to appoint to the key coaching, recruitment, and list management positions within the club, let alone the key admin. And there's a bit more. That's the great man, Vince. And that's the beauty of this. Everyone has their say. Everyone has their say. Everyone has a platform to have their say. And that's what I enjoy about this. I can feel the emotion. I can feel the anger and the frustration. And I feel it as well. It's gut-wrenching to just, G up every week and think that this week will be different than last week. And, I thought that the Hawthorn game was like the season-defining win, but I thought it was just the feeling of the win that they needed to go to Sydney. And Sydney's not really a great side. Whatever. We didn't come with the right mentality for long enough. And I'm saying the same thing again. So let's leave it there. I hope you guys are feeling somewhat better than what you were 2 hours ago. And we're going to have a lot coming out over the next few days. Review, player ratings, that'll come out probably tomorrow and Tuesday. Also this week, obviously, with the lockdown, I've got a bit more extra time. So I want to get as many Carlton people episodes as possible. I will put out a call on Instagram and on Facebook for that if anybody wants to have a Carlton people episode with me. But yeah, love you all. We'll fight to live another day. That's just the way it's going to be. We don't go anywhere. These players, they'll come and go, but our fans and our families will never stop supporting. And that's the thing that I feel like isn't quite getting through to the club or the players. But anyway, it is what it is. Thanks very much again, and go the Mighty Blues.